And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Baseball comes your way on a Wednesday afternoon. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Arizona Diamondbacks. We have an absolute treat on tap today as two of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when these two are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get underway, and on the mound in this one, Zach Gallen.
And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
And a pitch. That misses. Ball one.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And O'Neill is struck out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone.
Well, why is my player
A
sleeping
solo
all of a
shot.
sudden?
His 23rd of the year, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here's Marcell Ozuna coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Carroll sizes this one up, hauls it in for the out. We take a check of the Pirates lineup put together by manager Derek Shelton. And an important bat for them, batting 5th in this one, Brandon Lowe.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy's always so focused.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. Cannonball coming. It's now 1-0. You're watching Pirates baseball on the show Pittsburgh. Here's the center fielder, Alek Thomas. And that one wrapped foul. Thomas goes 5 feet 11 inches, 24 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2018. 0-2 now. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Out to short. Gonzalez tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. Let's take a look at our lineup. This team can really pile up the runs, Chris. They're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with the bullpen. And on top of that, it helps your own pitching staff. It gives them more margin for error. So instead of pitchers squeezing the ball, trying to throw darts and be perfect, they can relax, let the ball come out of their hands, and pitch effectively. So that offense and the ability to score runs also helps the pitching and the defense.
The 0-2. And that's in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's Ketel Marte. That one close, ruled a ball. And that's ball 1. 2 out, space is empty. And now 2-0. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
We all know that first inning can be a critical one in terms of guys settling in and the tone being set for the game. So this isn't what you're looking for on defense. 2-out errors are a lot like 2-out walks, but maybe even worse because you're...
It's in and out of his glove. But in time. Nice job to stay with it to end the inning. One left for the Diamondbacks. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here at Chase Field, second inning set to go. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Brandon Lowe. Lowe walloped 3 extra base hits in his last game. Fought off foul. Yeah, that's fouled off. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Off for Pittsburgh.
Spencer Horwitz digs in now. Line drive. Carroll makes the catch. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off.
Well, we assume it, but not all double plays are 6-4 threes or something like that. Right there, it's just sort of a combination of good defense and poor base running, and probably more of the latter. That's a big turn of events in this inning, though.
And first offering is fouled off. Next offering misses down and away. Gonzalez with some nice production in his last game. 4 runs batted in. Back to the mound. He's got it. And that'll do it. Doing here for Pittsburgh, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And we're back. And now Pavin Smith. There's a strike.
I was really impressed with how he came through for the team in that last game, Boog. The all-time leader in 4 RBI games, Lou Gehrig with 101. I'm just a little further down the list, Boog, with 4.
Swings and misses. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there, and not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Luis Urias now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. To the warning track, makes the catch.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
And first offering is fouled off. To third, Triolo. That's the third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Pirates. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Gallen back to work. And foul ball. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Carroll ranges back. Way back out of here. Home run number 10 on the year. And they tack on to their lead. It's 2-0.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect. And halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Cruz in the box for the second time. 1 ball, no strikes. Next offering is down low.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
And there's the strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the DH. He's already homered in this game.
This is a rookie we've been paying close attention to this season. One of the top prospects in the game, and he looks like he belongs at this level. He's enjoying a good season at the plate.
Up the middle, and that squirts through. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
High chopper to third. Whips it to Smith. Ozuna is out, and that will end the inning. Pirates tack on 1 more on the solo home run. It's now a 2-0 ball. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. That one the other way. Takes it in for the out.
Batting ninth, shortstop
Jordan Lawler stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one inside. 1-0. On the ground to third. Sends it to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting the center fielder.
Back to the top of the lineup. Alec Thomas now. Grounded out his first time up. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1. And that one is in for a strike. And that's downstairs. And it's 2-1. And that one sliced foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2 down, nobody on. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And the Diamondbacks down in order. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. That one missed. Reynolds in his 8th season, 30 years old now, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Next offering is outside. That misses, and that's ball 3. That one lifted to left. Barossa on the move. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
Up next for Pittsburgh,
So up next,
second baseman
Brandon Lau. And a ground ball to first, and that's just foul. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Swings through that one out in front that time. One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and he got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Horowitz swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today. Inside, just missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And that keeps the inning alive. Now it's the shortstop, Nick Gonzalez. Grounded out back to the pitcher his first time. The other way, fair ball. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, 2nd and 3rd now.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good.
Is always getting opportunities with runners in scoring position. I mean,
it's not him today. To it. That's great work right there.
Now here is Jared Triolo. Ground ball left side. 3rd out. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. And midway in the 4th, it's the Pirates 2 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Bottom 4, now the left fielder, Jorge Barossa. There's the strike.
One ball, 1 strike.
Next offering in there for a strike. And a count 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Out to short. On the run, sends it over to first. On the money, nice play.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one back there. And it's off the wall. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. Here comes Marte around third.
Whoa, he hit an inside park home
He
run.
makes it safely for an inside the park home run.
Well, he just about hit it out of here, but once it took that carom off the wall like that, I mean, he really turned on the afterburners. And I'll tell you, as an outfielder, this is pretty much your worst nightmare. But playing the ball off the wall like that can be really tough sometimes. Definitely an exciting play.
Base is empty, one away. This is Corbin Carroll. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Now
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Pavin Smith. There's the strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Check swing, and he went. And the count is 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Pirates 2. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Smith makes the grab, one down. Here's O'Neal Cruz. 0-2 in this one. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Barosa snags it, and there's 2 away. To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a miss as he was late.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. And a foul ball, he stays alive. That one misses. Now 1-2. And there's a ball.
2-2 the count.
High fly ball, right field. Carroll. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Back here in the desert, here's a big power threat. Marcell Ozuna. Gallant back to work. Little chopper rolls foul. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throws to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Brian Reynolds here. And it's fouled away.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Next offering is in for a strike. And that's down and away.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
On the ground, Marte in plenty of time to first, and they take care of Reynolds for the out. 2 down, base is empty. Digging in, Brandon Lau. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, you got to be careful with this guy. 2 outs, nobody on. He's looking to drive the ball really far. So if you can't get him to chase your pitch, you might just pitch around him a little bit and deal with the guy on deck if you walk him.
That's too low. 1-2 to count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And down on strikes. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here is Jordan Lawler. Shortened a bunt and missed it. 0-1.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
0-2 is the count.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's one away. And here is Alec Thomas.
The center fielder, Alec
Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good day today. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Late on that
Go live
fastball.
every night.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
Next one misses, and now it's even 1-1. Next offering is fouled back.
This batter has to understand his job is to get on base however he can. If he gets hit by a pitch, if he walks, maybe.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks, and our score remains 2-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Taylor Clark.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Taylor
and a base hit up the middle. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Waste no time there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle. Hit on ground balls, so a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And now Nick Gonzalez, and that one clips the corner. Clark in his 7th season, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. And a swing and a miss there. Action in the pen down there. Paul Sewald preparing to come on if needed. Thompson also getting ready. The shortstop takes the ball.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Back-to-back singles. I can watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Now the third baseman, Jared Triolo. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
And it's through for a hit. And they're happy to play station to station right here.
Bases loaded, nobody out.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Here's Joey Bart now. Golden opportunity right here. A changeup missing, and that is ball 1. Horowitz at third. Gonzalez over at second. Triolo on at first with nobody out. And that is out of play.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
And the count 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
Cruz swings through it for strike 1.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate.
What?
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot.
Come on, we cannot leave the bases loaded.
Nope, outside.
Bases loaded, 1 away. Swing and a high fly ball towards center field. Squeezes it. Runners tag up from second and third. And he boots it.
RBI for O'Neal Cruz.
Now batting number 99.
Up next for the Pirates, number 99. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
And that one fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
And fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. That one misses. And it's 1-2.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Got him swinging. 1 run. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game
for
summary.
the Diamondbacks, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Swinging a foul straight back.
You know, these D-backs, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Carroll in the box, lays off for ball one. That clips a corner. Next pitch downstairs. 2-1. With the tying run at the plate, here at the bottom of the seventh. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And that just misses.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So
Gonzalez. There's one over to first. Safe.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Now up next for Arizona, Pavin Smith. Right through there for a strike.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
The tying run at the plate. Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Strike 3, struck him out for the 3rd time today.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Urias in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. One hops off the wall, should be extra bases. In to score from first, and they trail by 1. As the tying run is forced to stop at second.
Oh, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, and all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Castillo in the box now, takes strike 1. Swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Runner at second, 2 down. This one high in the air to left center. And that is the 3rd out of the inning.
Ooh, way to get out of there.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Paul Sewald.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Movement in the bullpen. Ryan Thompson up and throwing. Burgos getting cranked up as well. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. And now it's even up.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And now it's 1-2. He goes down looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
That one fouled off.
That's a ball. 1-1.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Out towards right center field. Thomas sizing it up. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Brandon Lau. In there at the knees for a strike. And there's a foul ball. And the 0-2. Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Bucks go down quietly, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. And we're back. Here's Nolan Arenado. Isaac Matson takes over on the mound.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And that's off the inside edge. Now 2-0. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Aye. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The next offering misses, and that's ball 3. Popped up, loud. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down. Torey Lovello making a move for a new bat. Gabriel Moreno. And this is a big at bat in this ball game. That one's in there. 0-1. Holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that one fouled off. Ball 1 there.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Inside. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball right side, and it's just foul. That was close. Hit in the air left field. Snags it for the 2nd out. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Alek Thomas. First pitch misses. And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Line drive, base hit. Next to hit for Arizona, Jorge Barrosa. Just missed.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Cut on and lifted in the air. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Arizona. They're down 3-2. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Thompson.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Spencer Horwitz.
This change defensively for the D-backs. Now playing shortstop.
And that one lifted in the air center field.
Ronaldo Perdomo.
Thomas settles under it and makes the catch. 1 down. So digging in, Nick Gonzalez.
Nick Gonzalez.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Juan Burgos getting ready to go. Murillo also throwing. And a foul ball. 0-2 now. And
One
that
ball,
one almost
two
got him.
strikes.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. And he chases that one. And 2 away now.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Triolo, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Way out front for strike two.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Two outs. And he
One
dodges
ball,
that
two strikes.
fastball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down that time. Heart of the order. Back here at Chase Field. All set.
Now pitching for Pittsburgh, number 60.
Swing and a miss.
Santana.
That's strike one.
0-1.
And
I got a
ball
ball,
one.
1 strike.
Next offering
ball
upstairs.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
1-run game, bottom 9. Swing at a line drive. That's a base hit into center field.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
That's in there. And that is strike two. Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Next pitch is downstairs. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff.
Now batting.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Peyton Smith. 0 for 3 in this one. Just missed.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Ground ball up the middle. Into the outfield. Base hit. They fired in quickly. So it's first and second with only 1 away. Here's Luis Arias.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Got him swinging for the K.
Spam
Now
that
only
slider.
1 out remaining.
No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter
Now
just
batting,
not making
number
the
25.
adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch, and that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
Castillo up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. That one inside. And that's ball 2.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers, they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
There's a strike.
Let's go.
2-2 the count.
Spam that slider
The
outside.
D-backs down to their final strike. Close one. Doesn't get the call. And now it's 3-2. Nolan Arenado in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
What the hell?
Line drive, and this might be trouble.
Bro, they did not just cheat me out of the game, bro.
Headed for the plate.
Bro, they did not just cheat me out of the game, bro. He fucking cheated! That was a strike! What the heck?
In this situation, this guy's
Bro, what the heck?
Find a hole somewhere. Well, he did exactly that. Drives into a very cool walk-off win.
Dude.
4-3 our final score for Chris Singleton.
That should have been a
outstanding
strikeout.
crew here at MLB
Oh
The Show.
my
I'm John Shelby.
God.
Thanks for joining us.
What? What? That is not a good way. What? How do I lose like that? It should have been strike 3 to end the game. The ump called the ball. I threw another pitch and he bombed it. That's crazy. Wow, I got robbed, y'all. I got robbed. That's wild. That's wild. I got robbed. It should have been a strikeout. Game over. Called the ball. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should have been 6 games. Oh my god. Dude. No. That's crazy. No, we should have won that game. No, we should have won that game. Wow. It's too big. Oh, I don't have the Manny Ramirez? Oh, I thought I had Manny Ramirez. What? Oh my gosh, why is it reset all the time, man? Fucking right over. It's cold. I can't remember that. Phew, two good teams going at it.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The start of the weekend is upon us. It's Friday evening baseball on the show. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the San Diego Padres. Biggest story coming into this one is what he's been. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. Today's starting pitcher, Yu Darvish. How about a scouting report on him?
He's racked up over 2,000 strikeouts in his career. He's such a competitor out on the mound. So fun.
And he can't come up with it. Still fires to first, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. There's a Pirates lineup now. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that one is downstairs.
That's a ball.
And the count is 1-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Swing and a ground ball to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 22.
Sometimes early errors can be just as costly as errors made late in the ball game, but you just don't know it at the time. Second batter of the game gets on base for free, bringing up the number 3 hitter. So we'll see if they can take advantage right here.
One down. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate, hitting a ton of homers this year, second most in the National League. Runner takes off, swing and a miss. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game 1, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
Next offering is in for a strike. And there's a ball.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
And a swing and a miss. Now 2 out.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the veteran outfielder, Brian Reynolds. And he grounds one to the right side. Throw over to Cronenworth. That's out number 3. Back here at Petco Park. And towing the slab in this one, number 99. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
That's the third. Triolo fires across the diamond. One gone, bottom half of the first. As we take a look at the Padres lineup. Of course, one of the best players in the game today, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Well, he's been putting up some huge power numbers, and opposing pitchers know that they can't make mistakes to him. In fact, they probably circle him pregame, making sure that if they're in a situation where their back is against the wall, they're going to find a way to pitch around him. Players that are in the top 5 in slugging percentage in the league really don't get overlooked.
On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting third, the third baseman.
2 down, bases empty. And now it's Manny Machado. That one missed.
That's a ball.
Machado, a former All-Star, 32 years old, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. And the pitch is in for a strike. And the count 1-1. 2 outs, bases empty. And that skips in the dirt. That one down the line, and it goes just foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball slightly elevated. He just having a hard time catching up.
Two now. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the.
He locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Padres down in order. Scoreless after one. Back here in San Diego, standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Brandon Lau. Darvish back to work. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Not even close there. 1-1. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Darvish delivers. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And downstairs.
No, that's down. Ball.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got it. One away. Up next for the Pirates, Spencer Horwitz. That's way outside. Ball one. Darvish, multi-time All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a sinker, a splitter, and he occasionally uses a curve. One down, base is empty. Fouled off left side. Second inning here, no score. The 1-1 is fouled off. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tatis brings it in for the third. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now Fernando Tatis Jr.
Tatis Jr.
Slice the other way and foul.
Boog, Tatis is so athletic. He probably could have carved out a career in other sports if he wanted, but he grew up in a baseball family with baseball in his blood.
That's off the inside corner, and the count even 1-1. Ripped to first, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Ramon Laureano, batting with one down, takes a strike. One out, base is empty. Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swinging a ball hammered left field. That one is back. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. It's his 8th home run of the year, and they jump out front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
And first offering is fouled off. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
0-2.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked.
Handles, throws to first, and Castellanos is out. And that is that. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. You're dialed into the show. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. That one a little bit high, and it's 1-0.
Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is Hideo Nomo, my former teammate.
The shortstop takes the ball. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Hauls it in after a long run. And there's one down. This is Joey Bart. And strike 1 to the catcher.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Outside low. And a count 1-2.
1-2.
That one ripped right center field. And it looks like trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
So the lineup flips over. O'Neal Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. He's 0 for 1. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
It's 0-1.
Outside with a breaking ball. Man at second. And there's a ball.
2-1.
That one in for a strike. 2-2.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
And O'Neal is struck out.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you've got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
Oh, great grab on the dive from his knees. The throw. And that's a great play for the out.
That was a great job in doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
Getting robbed left and right from this
Set
game
for the
right
bottom
now.
of the third, and now the rookie second baseman, Song. Ah, that hit him.
That hit him.
And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Leading up for
And here's the catcher, Freddie Fermin.
Freddie.
Check swing. He went. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Runner on the go. That one ripped. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. The throw in. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Bogarts in the box now. Takes strike one. The shortstop takes the ball.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
That's it.
And that's off the inside edge. 2-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the catch for the out.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least one run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there, and I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him.
And a foul ball. Gets a piece and stays alive. Up the middle, Gonzalez fires to first on the run, and very nicely done for the out. Manny Machado up to the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. Fastball for a strike.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Rounds third, headed to the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and they lead by 3. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That one in triple digits. Machado, the runner at first with 2 gone. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1. Fastball is outside. Swings and misses, and we're filled up.
We got a full count.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 outs. And Tatis able to stay alive. This one in the air. Horowitz. That is the inning.
Oh, God.
They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to inning number. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Marcell Ozuna. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws across the diamond. Ozuna is out. Brian Reynolds here. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Foul ball. One down, base is empty. Fights it off, he'll see another.
Oh, hell no.
And that one
ball,
missing
2
low.
strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Darvish kicks, delivers. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Lau, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
That one called just inside, I think.
I just exit.
And on the mound, trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
That's a ball.
And misses inside.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Outside.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
2 down, nobody on. Draws the walk there.
That's ball 4. Take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Laureano right there to make the grab. Back here at Petco Park. And the batter now, Ramon Laureano. Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time.
You know, these Padres showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
And foul ball.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
And it's strike 2.
Full count.
And down on strikes he goes. That K is his 3rd of the game. Now here's Jake Cronenworth.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That one's in there. Strike 1. Cronenworth in his 7th season, 31 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2015. Breaking ball in there, got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. That's in there. That's strike 1. And that's in there at the knees. Out to center. Cruz makes the play, and that is that. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Darvish back to work. That one not close. 1-0.
You know, these Pirates definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats.
Now this one's stroked to right center, and that should be extra bases. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Nick Gonzalez, the next Pirate to hit. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. In there for strike 1.
I'd really like to see him make an adjustment. Get more patient and start waiting for that right pitch. Not just the first pitch. I think that could make a big difference in this one.
That one off the mark, and 1-1. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1-2's the count.
Man at second. Cut out and miss. Struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Joey Bart, the next to hit. Doubled his first time up. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Man, that's just
No ball,
a nasty
one strike.
splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Hammers that one deep left field and
Joey
forget it.
FF Bart. Let's go, boy. Let's go.
And they throw a pair on the board.
Let's
It's
go.
3-2. That was blasted.
Come on,
Absolutely,
let's get
no
some
doubt off
runs
the bat.
going up.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So the batting order turns over. O'Neal Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throw is high and over his head. No advance, though. Ball didn't get too far away.
Boog, he doesn't care how he does it. He just wants to get on base. And when he does, that puts him in a position to do some damage, put some pressure on the defense as well. His wheels are truly a weapon out there.
Man at first with one gone. Now the number 2 hitter.
That's a ball down.
Squirts away a little bit, and an excellent job keeping it right there.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you
right,
want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Tap foul at the plate. Cruz over at first with one away. Darvish checks on the runner.
No,
Cruz
he's in
back in
there.
on a dive. Runner on the go again. That's to third, and that's a foul ball. Runner goes again. There's a ball.
No, that's down. Ball.
Safe at second, and that was not close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. That one misses. 3-2 now.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Come on, come on.
Line drive, base hit. Around third. He'll score. It's
Yes,
an
tie
RBI
game.
single. It's 3-3.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. That does it for you, Darvish, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
Jeremiah
the
Estrada comes on now.
Number 56.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Runner on the go.
One ball, no
they pitch
strikes.
out. Throw, and they got it.
They were right on top of it. They guessed right on the first pitch out. Tells me they had some good data or scouting report. Maybe it's just a feeling, but either way, perfect execution, great throw and tag, and they erased that runner at first.
Swings and misses. And the count
One
even
and
at
one.
one.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
2 outs. There's a swing. That's back. And that one is going to go. He sends it out of here. It
should have been 5, bro.
It's 4-3.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Brian Reynolds. 0 for 2 in this one. Late on that fastball.
0-1.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Yuki Matsui, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Leclerc warming up as well. Gonna count 1 and 2.
Ooh, Baya. You gotta remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-3 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Number 26.
Should have been 5-3.
And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-2.
Got him looking. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
Now here is Freddie Fermin. Here comes a pitch. On the ground to the left. Fires over to first. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along, 2 quick outs. So the San Diego batting order turns over. Stepping in for San Diego, Xander Bogaerts. Foul ball there. Ball 1
That's
there.
A ball.
That one finds the zone. And the count 1-2. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise. A swing and a miss. That retires the side. And that'll do it. Offense. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's Brandon Lau.
Brandon Lau.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
1-1.
Swings through that high fastball.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
And down on strikes. Now 1 away.
2 strikes. Many times hitters looking out over the plate. When you're looking out over the plate, you're also going to let the ball travel a little bit longer. And a fastball zipped on the inside corner just locks you up.
Horwitz now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
That was straight queso right there.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Song makes the grab, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits. Back here in San Diego, we go bottom 6. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Sliced hard but foul. Ripped to short. Throws to first in time. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny.
Here comes Manny Machado. close,
That's a
but
ball.
called a ball. And that's ball one.
You know, Boog, Petco Park seems to be transforming into Machado's castle. I mean, nobody's hit more home runs in this ballpark. And Machado passed
1-1.
Adrian Gonzalez for the top spot on the list in 2023.
Headed towards the corner. Tries to make the play, but it's foul.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Slides, but he can't come up with it. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the sixth. In the dirt, but kept close.
1-1.
The throw to second is offline. That's a wild pitch, and the tying run moves into scoring position. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
No, that missed. That's
Off
a
the
ball.
mark there. It's 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. One out and a runner at second. Foul ball. Another 2-2 upcoming.
Full count.
This one in the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Man at second. And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport.
It's 0-1.
And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
On the ground, right side. He gets to it with a slide. What a play. Inning over. One left for San Diego. Score holds at 4-3. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Jose Leclerc.
Now pitching.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jason Adam appears to be getting loose. Morejon, a left-hander, also throwing. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Now batting, catcher Joey.
Next to hit, Joey Bart. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
Leclerc, in his 10th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a cutter, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Late on that fastball. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. Here's O'Neal Cruz, 1 for 3. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this. Caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Up and in, and now it's even 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Next offering is downstairs. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Here's a 2-2. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Hit on the ground.
Whoa,
might be 2.
what the?
To second, that's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors.
Save.
And we're back. Set for the last half of the 7th. So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. Fastball catches the corner at the knees.
0-1.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Struck him out looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. That one drilled left field. 2 down.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
Song in the box again. Takes a strike. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Next offering is down low.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. So they turn things over to the righty, Jason Adam. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Jason Adam.
And the pitch. Number 99, the leadoff batter as he swings through it for strike 1. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Top of the order speedster. You'd really like to see him work his way on. He can get around the bases in a hurry, but a little too aggressive, maybe a little anxious.
That one in the dirt. Now 1-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Ozuna now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Action in the pen down there. Yuki Matsui, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. One down, base is empty. Late on that fastball.
0-2.
Struck him out. Really fooled him with the breaking ball there.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Reynolds in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes. Back. Here at Petco Park.
Now pitching for Pittsburgh, number 41. Mike
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. That one misses in the dirt. Swing and a ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Bogarts in the box now. Takes strike one. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. With the tying run on at first. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Ball, that's low.
A little bit low.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
In the dirt, and the count is 2-2. On the ground to third. Oh, great stop. To his knee, the throw. 1 at second.
Wow, what a great double play.
First for the double play.
Well, one thing you expect from your man on the hot corner is a strong arm. On display right there as he makes the diving
Jared
stop. Throws from
Triolo.
the knees to start the double play. Wow.
2.
Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. First pitch doesn't find the zone. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Ball to strike. The pitch. And that's in the dirt. Laser could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Just so sound in his mechanics. It's against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Merrill on at second with 2 down. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunity.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Adrian Morejon.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Matt Waldron, the knuckleballer, looks to be getting ready. Vasquez also getting ready. That one missed.
Ball, 2 strikes.
Good eye
That's
right
the ball,
there.
low.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And a base hit. So a man at first. Stepping in, Jared Triolo. And that one fouled off. 1-run game here in the top of the ninth. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
That one hit to right. Tatis sizing this one up. Out number 2.
The batter, number 3, shortstop Nick Gonzalez.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick Gonzalez. Step off, throw to first. Ow! They got him, and that. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the right.
Now pitching for Pittsburgh, number 6.
And there's a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
On the ground. Jump throw. Low throw. Hit. He's safe.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Laureano in the box now. Takes strike 1. And it's 1-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And that one is inside. Tying run at first. The winning run at the plate. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
2-2's the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
1-2 here. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 1-2 now. And that's a strikeout looking. And they're down to their last out. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a foul out of play.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first.
Laser, base hit. And now 2 aboard. The winning run is on base.
No, that at bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Santana is just 1 strike away. 2 outs. Both the tying and winning runs are on. Foul ball, still 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this bat.
Yes, got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, all you want is a chance going to that final frame. They got some base runners, had the tying run at second, the winning run at first, just couldn't come through with the big hit. On the other side, nice job to battle through it, close out the win.
And the final score here, 4-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.